Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. Mrs. Ticks and I agreed. This is too plain a box. It needs to have some fanfare considering what's inside. Opera singing cockatiel, take it away. Oh yeah, what's in this box? Something absolutely amazing. Kinda looks like this. Isn't that incredible? Curved, AMOLED, flexible screen from SENBONO with bands on. Looks like this. Yep, check the show notes. The T20 buying link for the SENBONO T20. Right, Birdie? Yeah, I agree. I can't get the cover off. We'll do that later. Let me open it up and show you what we've got. We're crazy around here, I swear. Okay, there's a cover on the heart rate monitor. Thank goodness I got nails. Always check your heart rate monitor. Look at that, removable leather TPU combo bands. This beautiful curved screen. I know you want to see it. So do I. I'm gonna press the button. I'm gonna wait for a second. Whoa, hello, and we're up with our first watch face, and by golly, I am going to take this cover off one way or another. Come on here. Got it. Wow. Here's something you never seen before. I know, I'm going to open the box, but yeah, I want to show you this. Have you ever seen a watch face that's integrated in two ways, where if I go like that, I can change the background against the information that's in the foreground? Wow. Or with a plain black background, I can change the foreground to one of a variety, and I can bring it back. I can make any combination. Any combination, I've been watching that bird way too long, of faces that I want to out of this whole thing. You can have running, you can have your heart rate, you can have everything. That's the one I really like. Well, depending on the background. But when you strap this puppy on, it is so cool. You got to get one. I'm sorry, you've just got to get one. Look at this. Look at how it just kind of fades in. A beautiful watch, contoured to fit your body. Exquisite design, curved. Come on, be responsive for me. And at any time, on the fly, I just change the watch faces. What else will it do? Well, you can come over here and turn sound on and off and vibration on and off, twist your wrist to see the time. Brightness, it's at its highest, so if I take it down at night, it's super dim. And at day, it's pretty bright. It's not really super bright, but it is definitely bright enough that it's going to work for you indoors for sure, and outdoors pretty good, as long as you kind of don't have it in the direct sunlight. When you slide over this way, now you're into everything. I've got sports, I've got pedometer readings here, my calories burned, all that kind of stuff, and an overall sports record which will record any sporting activities I've been doing. No, there's no GPS in it yet, unfortunately, but I do have walking and running and cycling. And you want to look at one of those? Okay, let's go into running and see that you get time, heart rate, maximum, average heart rate, how many do that? Calories, steps, distance, all on a curved screen. Hit it to start it. You can just do a whole workout right there. Cycling, rope skipping, other activities. All of these are pretty much heart rate, calories burned, and time, and just a different breakup of how they're tracked. There's more calories burned in aerobics per hour than yoga per hour. And so that's all taken into account. Wow, look at that. Okay, that was sports. Heart rate. You never seen anything like this. This is also really cool. There's so much innovation in this watch. Heart rate is going to come here in a second. Blood pressure down below it, this is the last reading that I had, integrated together on one screen. Why not? Why until now did it take to do that? Did you see it freeze? That's because it held the heart rate and it did it again. And there, you see it switched. Yeah, better be 132. I'm pumped. It switched to doing the blood pressure. And then it goes back and does heart rate and blood pressure. And man, it'll stay on this screen for a long, long time. I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes. I haven't really timed it yet, but it doesn't fade out like right away, like we've seen in so many different watches. Isn't that sweet? Really nice. Brown, black. I think there's another color you can get. You can come back out of here, go into your messages as pushed from your phone when you're tethered to the app. And I'll tell you about the app in a minute. You've got weather in your local area, which it's not tethered yet, so it will download when it is. And remote music player. Last night's sleep time. There we go. 9 hours. Broken up into deep and light, and this is supposed to transfer over to the app so you can see the breakout of your sleep over there. You've got this crazy stopwatch, and I've been messing with this. It's got lap times in here that sequentially just keep going up, and I don't know when it cycles over again at 9 hours, I think, because it's repeated all over again, but I just tap that, and I've got my lap time. The others have been pushed up. I can pause it. I can reset it. And nice stopwatch implementation. Remote camera to use this as a trigger to take a picture. Find your phone when you're tethered over there. The QR code that you can use to download the bizarre app that this thing runs with. We'll also have a link in the show notes for you to get it. And I'll show you that in a second. And settings are pretty light, but you have the brightness setting that we've been playing with. You have languages, and check out all the different languages. Let's go all the way to the top. My goodness. Oh, I guess we're looping, huh? Okay, because I see English again. Well, I'm just going to touch them, and you see if you see your favorite language in there, because it's got a bunch of them. One more time all the way around. This is such a fun watch. English, there we go. And about. That's really interesting. Floating blue characters. It's a T20. That's what you're going to look for when you're tethering it. And restore, if you want to restore the whole watch back to factory default. Pretty much basic settings. And all of these are basic activities. It's got a little bit of sports, a little bit of heart rate, vital signs stuff, messages pushed from your phone. What more could you want? Awesome way of changing watch faces on the fly to have any kind of a combination that you'd like. So what about the spec sheet? We didn't even go over that yet. I've been so excited about the thing. It's a 1.5-inch flex AMOLED screen. IP67 waterproof with this thing, metal with the leather TPU strap. 20 millimeter is the measurement if you want to get a different kind of band. 120 by 240, but it looks really sharp. A full touch panel. We got 256K RAM, 1 megabit of ROM, and 8 megabits of flash in here, so we can hold all those different watch face combinations, I guess. We're running Bluetooth 5. And a lithium polymer 100 milliamp hour battery, going to give us 7 days of working time and about an hour and a half charging. We got the PPG blood pressure and heart rate, not an exotic health band with all the other bells and whistles, but it's pretty much a dress watch that'll do the basics. 30 days speedometer data storage until you sync it. It's got 7 days of heart rate data. It's running iOS 7 and above and Android 4.3. And here it says supports Bluetooth 4, but up here we were talking about Bluetooth Smart 5.0. All right, and finally, what else is in the box? When we open it up, we've got the compartment that the watch came in. Pretty cool design, actually. And then a side panel, which we've been in already, I have, with the charger and the manual. And, of course, the charger is your basic 2-pin magnetic. Come on out of here. magnetic coupling charger. It just attaches to the back. And the user manual in color. We'll take a quick look at that. There's the QR code for the Strange app, which we'll review next. The charging connection, one button, on-off key, and it always takes you back to home, to your watch face when you press it. You got sports heart rate, and the heart rate, again, is where you get both pulse and blood pressure, message push, all these other things you've already seen, and exercise, and then the different find your phone things and tethering stuff. And of course, last night's sleep time, some frequently asked questions, and that's it. So the app is called Leto, and this is where I gotta say it's pretty much like this is a prototype app with a somewhat polished watch. The app needs a little bit more work. It's had 10 plus downloads. It's really, really brand new. August 19th is the latest update, which is fairly recent since this is beginning of September. And when we go into the app, you see you get kind of a basic layout. You have a login page, or you can enter as a guest, which is what I've done here. I'll change the brightness a little for the screen. And as a guest, I'm able to just look at all this kind of stuff, but it doesn't get saved to the cloud. So I got like 59 total steps in here, and it's not clicking to go into anything. I've got last night's overall sleep time broken down into these different categories. Then I've got, it says roll over. I think it's supposed to have something on here for throughout the night. You've got a scatter diagram of practically what it looks like. This is our heart rate. Highest was 128, average 69, lowest 52. And this is versus time. So it's plots of individual heart rate readings. Same thing for blood pressure, with the blue being systolic and green dystolic. And your low and average, your high and average and lowest is 0. It didn't take a reading, I guess, and counted it. Anyway, you got all of that there. What you do have that's nice is a remote capability to take a reading, and when you tap it and say start testing, it's going to go through and with the band on, get you your heart rate and your upper and lower blood pressure readings. And they'll bounce around for a while, just like you saw on the watch, and then when they stabilize, it records that. And so you have a time, date, entry, and then the readings that you got at that moment. And I'm not going to waste your time watching all of that, but that's how it would work. What we're missing on here, there's a sports section that comes in with a GPS of your particular area. You hit a start button and you'd be able to do GPS workouts, I guess, and get your bio information transferred over from the device. And the last tab is about you, and this is where you can put in your basic information and picture if you want to. Really, especially if you log in, you're going to want to do all of this stuff to track your profile. And then you've got the band itself. We're missing a lot of stuff on this, and that's the sad thing. Beautiful band. It's 24-hour time. I don't have a way to change it to 12, so it's 1300 at 1 p.m., and I really like actually the 12-hour versus 24 hours. Something simple like that needs to be integrated in here, but it's not. You got reminders, alarms, basic sedentary, heart rate. This is nice. You can have a monitoring interval for your heart rate from 10 minutes up to hour, 2 hours, it looks like. And it'll do the readings, and you can have it trigger a heart rate alarm at a specific level and a blood pressure alarm at a specific level that you can change the two factors here to whatever you'd like. If you are hypertensive and trying to monitor that, that might be something valuable to just flag that maybe you need to take a real reading with a cuff or something like that. And that's a nice feature. The remote camera is here. But there's a lot of other things that we're used to seeing. The display brightness to turn it on and off, so when you twist your wrist to see the time, it works during the day but not at night. None of that's built into the app yet. So the app is kind of a beginner. But but I wouldn't hold you back on getting the band, because the band does a lot of incredible things, as you've seen already, and it just looks awesome. It really does, with that curved AMOLED screen at the price we're talking about too. Very, very good. You can do upgrades. There's your find your device, and you can of course disconnect the band and reconnect it to something else. Basic information on the front screen, not very colorful, a work in progress. You can send stuff out. But this I found is unfortunate. You only have the selection of the things they show you here. You can't save it to your phone. You can't send it via email. You have to connect into one of these services to send the information out. So I think they need a little bit more work on the app, but they've done quite a bit of work on the watch. It's coming to us from SENBONO. They give us some of the most amazing products. AliExpress store, their official SENBONO store, has this right now. It's the T20, okay, curved AMOLED screen smartwatch fitness tracker. Really worth picking up. I am very impressed with this one. It's going to be a daily driver when I just want to grab a watch and go. It's just so much fun. All right. We'll see you again soon. And thanks to the opera singing cockatiel from Viral Hog on YouTube. You're awesome, Birdie. Yeah.